Hi everybody, it's Brianna. I thought this week would be perfect for me to start doing my video blogs to you guys. And this week I want to talk about special events and weekends and feeling that maybe you might be missing out on something. So for me, this week was a huge week because I hit my 75 pounds. So exciting. 75 pounds? Me? This chick. Just look at the before and afters because I never thought that I would have made it this far. So that was a huge, huge milestone for me. And I've got 20-ish pounds to go before I get to my goal. And we'll see what happens between now and then. But the other wonderful thing is that I turned 30 in the last week and a half. And I celebrated my 30th birthday by doing a boudoir photo shoot for my husband for Valentine's Day, but it also ended up being a beautiful, wonderful gift to myself just to celebrate my body and to really be pampered and to, realize that I know that because I have carried my weight all my life, that my body will never be perfect, and that's okay. But celebrating it as it is right now, I feel so good in the skin that I'm in. It's really amazing. And so it ended up being such a wonderful gift to myself. And I got pampered and got my hair and makeup done, and it was, the pictures are just phenomenal, and I'll have them for the rest of my life, and it will forever be a reminder of how wonderful I felt. And I just hope that every day becomes that wonderful feeling. So I try and remind myself of that every day. So that being said, I had a potential client ask me a question about, so when you're losing your weight, do you just stay home? Or do you kind of just sit in a closet and wait to be done and wait to be at goal? This particular person has a lot of events that they need to go to, and they need a plan that will work for them and let them still participate in all those events. So I wanted to kind of take my experience being on this plan and how I manage that sort of thing, because I know a lot of people struggle with going to events, birthday parties, weddings, kids' birthday parties. Oh my gosh, they have the worst foods. That sort of thing. So in the last couple of months, I've had multiple kids' birthday parties that I went to, including my own son's. He just turned 1 last month. And this past weekend was a really good reminder, these last 2 weeks really, because I had my own birthday. I had a weekend out in San Diego, and, to celebrate my birthday with friends and family. And I also had a wedding this past weekend that I went to where, there was a candy bar. And by candy bar, I don't mean one candy bar in a wrapper. I mean a table full of candy in these beautiful vases and just filled to the brim with chocolate and sweets and everything. And it looked amazing. But what was even more amazing? The compliments that I got. There were some people there that hadn't seen me since I worked at the newspaper, and they would pull me aside and they said, "You look great. You look amazing." And there was nothing on that table that could have been worth giving that up for. There was nothing that I wanted to eat that could have made me feel any better than those compliments and feeling good. So this is what I want to tell you, and I want to give you a couple of tips to people that are already on plan, or people that are thinking about starting this program and think, well, I don't want to sit at home for the next year or 6 months or 5 months, however long it takes to get to my goal. So these are my tips for you guys. Number 1, and it's the biggest one: plan what you're going to do. So the great thing about this program is that you eat 6 times a day. So you can usually, if you just don't want to be tempted by any foods whatsoever, and you don't want to have to worry about making good choices when you're at an event, eat before you go. So you can take a bar with you, you can drink your shake on the drive over there. That's what I often do. You know, that usually works really well for events that you're not really like sitting down and having like a formal eating situation. If it's like a mingling type situation, you'd be surprised most people are not going to be looking at what you're eating or not eating. That's the thing. Like, we are so paranoid that everybody is worried about what we're eating as much as we are. But the truth is that nobody cares. We are so paranoid and we're so caught up in our head that we think that everybody's going to look at us if we don't eat X, Y, and Z. And, I mean, don't worry about that. But for other occasions where you're sitting down or you want to go eat out or you have, for example, like this past weekend, I had a wedding to go to. The veggies off the veggie tray that I can have that are on plan, broccoli, cauliflower, a little bit of tomato, and that's what I snacked on during cocktail hour. And when the salad was brought, I took off all the croutons and had my little salad. And, you know, for dinner, there was chicken that had some artichokes and some roasted tomatoes on it. I had a portion of that. And I skipped the pasta, skipped the breads, skipped the candy bar. Totally skipped the candy bar. I skipped the cake. I skipped everything that wasn't on plan, and that's okay. So, and I danced my booty off, and I had a great time. And, you know, nobody was looking at what I said, you know, at what I was eating and saying, you know, well, why aren't you having cake? Why aren't you eating pasta? You know, if anything, I had people that were asking me about my program and asking me how I lost my weight. So the other thing too is just take that opportunity to know that you can be in control. And I think that's the most important lesson is, you know, some people are very fortunate that they have people in their house or they live alone and they don't have to be around temptation all the time. And events can be like that. They're full of temptation. And essentially you're just not taking care of yourself. When you get to that point and you're kind of out of control, you're just not taking care of yourself. So, for me, events are a really great way to practice, I guess, real world situations, you know, like we're not sitting in a closet losing weight by ourselves and holding up for, you know, 6 months or a year and just saying, okay, well, I'm just not gonna go out of the house and sorry I missed your wedding. I didn't know if I could eat, you know, when I was there. You know, you want to spend time with family and friends. So I went out to eat with my family this past weekend, and you know, there's usually a bowl of chips and salsa on the table. And before, when I was on other programs, conversation pretty much went like this: eating, more chips and more salsa, more chips and more salsa, crunch. Oh hey, guess what? Eyes up here. The conversation is up here, not anywhere else. So, you know, next time that you're out with your family and friends, try this. Try totally ignoring the bowl on the table. Try and enjoy that time in a whole different way. So, so that was my answer to my potential client. No, you don't have to stay at home. Yeah, you know, it takes some planning. It takes self-control. It takes some discipline in order to be able to get through those special events successfully. But when you're losing weight quickly, when your clothes are fitting better, when you can go shopping for a dress for a special event and that thing just zips right up and you don't have to wear a crazy tummy holder thing underneath and it just zips right up and there's no like, could you zip me up please? When there's none of that, trust me, it won't matter what kind of temptation is around. You're going to feel great in your own skin. And you're going to look forward to going to events because it's an opportunity for you to get dressed up. It's an opportunity for you to feel good about yourself. And it's an opportunity to really say to yourself, hey, you know, I know how to do this. And I can do this. And I know you guys can. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. And I hope you guys look forward to my next blog. I think I'm going to do next my tips for coffee drinkers on this program because I like my coffee. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. 75 pounds. All right, bye.